Maybe in your opinion, Messi is better than me, but in my mind, I'm better than him.
I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just hit the money and go stack up. Only buy cards and get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up,
Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to H Podcast Nation, the home of Rodri Giggs on football. A bit late this evening, and for once it's my fault. My fault that we're late, and it's been an interesting evening, shall we say. Let me just switch over.
There we go, that's better. It's been one of those days. Been out in the sunshine, and then to top it all off, I just burnt a hole. Can you see that? Just burnt a hole in my Argentina top. Unbelievable. Shocking. But there we go. This is Rodri Giggs on football, and that is Rodri Giggs. How are you, my friend? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, why not? Let's go with yeah. It's just been a long day. Big week this week. Willie Boland tomorrow night in Pontypridd. Live events. There we go. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be a good crowd. Looking forward to that, mate. Looking forward to that. So due to the fact that I've literally just walked in the door and stuff, we're going to kind of fly through, just do a quick sort of half hour or so, fly through as many stories and whatnot as we can in that time. I want to start with your team, mate, because what we saw from Manchester United versus Crystal Palace the other day was shambolic, humiliating. I don't know what other words you could use. It was terrible, mate. Now, when you look at the lineup that he put out, and he didn't have a lot of choices outside of literally just playing the kids, has he got a kind of, not an excuse, but like an argument to say that's why it was so bad against Palace? Or have the players who were there, who are internationals, you know, let's not forget, have got to do better? Like, where do you stand on it? Just for the Palace game generally, I mean.
Oh, it was... You know what it reminded me of? Remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last game against Watford when he got beat 4-0?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, so...
Well, that was the end of Solskjaer, wasn't it? That's when...
Yeah. So was that the nail in his coffin? Have these players got another manager sacked? Possibly. So many bad players. But good pedigree, but just legs have gone. Eriksen gone. Casemiro, legs have gone. Johnny Evans, although he did okay, but come on, just been relegated last year with Leicester. And we're pinning our hopes on him. Dalot, terrible. Wan-Bissaka, just going through the motions. So they're a good team. Elise and Eze, good players. So yeah, just get this season over with. Not even interested about the FA Cup final, to be honest. Because even if we win that, it's just going to be a fluke, like a proper Alamo 1-0. Wigan against City, and who wants to watch that? It's just you want to see him competing like Champions League last night. Two teams going at it. Either team can win on the day, but yeah, this is just going to be demolition because missing Bruno Fernandes was a massive miss. Gives you energy. We didn't have that energy. Mason Mount, wasted time.
See, mate, I slightly disagree with Mason Mount. I thought he was one of the few who had any sort of credit from that game. I thought he looked all right. He looks like someone who hasn't played a lot of football. But
True, but you know,
not good enough.
Three games in the season, and he's missed 20 games.
Yeah.
So
100%.
He probably gets a pass, yeah, but yeah. So
the thing, mate, is like, what sort of lineup are they going to put out against City at this rate? Like, they are literally like, they're not even on the bare bones. They're like on the bare bones of the bare bones. Like, if they get one more injury, they are literally into the academy, like just the academy players. They had Casemiro obviously started. Johnny Evans was already injured when he started, so he was obviously going to struggle anyway. And then it was just kids on the bench, like 16, 17-year-olds. Like, that's incredible to me that a club United size haven't got that sort of depth. But obviously, there's got to be some into their injuries. The amount of injuries they've got, there has to be a fundamental flaw for me somewhere. I don't know where, but they've got to find out where it is, because there's no way that they should have the amount of injuries that they've got. It's incredible, like. But
yeah, it's bizarre. But you know, there wasn't many injuries last year, but this year there seems to be loads. Yeah, something's not right, and it was a massive job 3 years ago, and it's probably even bigger now.
The problem he's got now is he's got to get out of some big names
who have been put in place that know what they're doing. So we'll have to wait and see. If it was a betting man, I'd be betting he'd be gone. But if it was me, I would give him another year, to be honest, because the players that he's been given. So actually, some of the players that he's bought are probably on him as well. But some of the players that he's still stuck with, they're just not good enough. They're just not. You look at that team. You look at that team last night of a Sabitzer and a Sancho who were with us last year, and they got rid of him, and then Champions League final now. So there's questions there to be answered as well. So yeah, if it was a betting man, he'd be gone. But if it was me, I'd probably give him another year. But it's not looking good for him. Arsenal, Newcastle, and Brighton, and then Manchester City. I'd be very amazed if we win 2 of them.
That's mental, mate, isn't it? But like,
I'd be amazed.
Like, on the injury side of things, like, I just think, I wonder if, or I'll have to put the question to you maybe, is this, because a lot of the Premier League teams have got a lot of injuries. I know United's is more excessive, but loads of teams have got injuries. Is it an after effect of the World Cup last year being in the middle of the season? United played 60 games last year. I think literally United played 2 less than the maximum amount of games they could have played last year, which was the Europa League final and semi-final, effectively. And like, they played every single game that they could physically play. And then you had the World Cup in the middle of the season.
Right. So it's too much for them, but it's all right for Manchester City, who won the treble and probably played more games. And
but in fairness to Man City, mate, Man City can pick 2 squads of players which would probably win the Premier League. Like,
right, but United still have got a squad big enough.
Yeah.
They have got a squad big enough. It's just the quality's not as good. So it's just a shit show at the minute. And the recruitment, mate. The recruitment. Who the puts a 30-year-old who runs like he's towing a caravan? 5 years. 5 years. 30 years of age, and he was towing a caravan then. Now he's towing 2. And he's probably got his Champions League building there way the fucker down. That's how slow he looks.
I mean, in fairness as well,
he's diving off his feet, and then he's fucking jogging back. It's probably his fucking wallet's weighing him down. How much they're paying him. So yeah. But
on the recruitment side, though, mate, as well, it's like you could have signed Sabitzer for 15 million in the summer, and you signed Mason Mount, and you signed Mason Mount.
You've got Ericsson, and you've got Ericsson. Fucking he's not the quickest. Manu, not the quickest, and he's a young kid still learning the game, and you're killing him. You're getting killed here. Making him look bad as well now.
Well, I think. Really,
big miss, Fernandez. Big miss. He's not Mr. Beatty now. It's a big miss.
I think ideally they'd like to give Manu a couple of games off now, but they haven't got any players.
Yeah,
exactly. Because I think he's been exposed and he's been left on his own so much.
You know what'll come next? Do strain on his body because he's a young kid. He'll get injured.
Yeah. But like you say, the recruitment side of things, you'd think that they'll. It will improve. It will improve over the next 2 years with the people like
Anthony and Mason Mount. What the fuck? There's 2 players there that you would have got for half of that off Crystal Palace. Elise, he's 100 mil. Bosh. Take 2. About 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But you have to identify that. You can see they're good players, the way they travel with the ball and how relaxed they are. But these people in Man United don't see that. They're just going for proven players who won Champions League, but he's over the hill. He's 30 and one good season. Yeah, his experience will get you through that when you've got legs around you. But when he's not good for United. He should be nowhere near that team when we've got a weak team. I don't give a fuck if he's fit or not. He's no good. He needs good players and people around him, not squad players. Just gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? He's just gonna magnify.
Almost, just exposes his weaknesses, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think he was captain as well, which was fucking mental as well.
Yeah, well, you can understand that. Who else should have put captain?
Johnny Evans.
Keeper's pissing me off as well. Pinging it 60 yards to give it away. David De Gea can do that.
Well, do you know what's weird about him?
To do it.
He was doing all right.
Football and the way they boot the ball. Jamie Carragher highlighted it on Monday Night Football. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, mate, what they do in the summer with him in terms of the managers, but also, like you say, they have put some very astute people in positions who will affect the recruitment. So you'd expect over the next couple of windows that any recruitment in and out that they do will have a massive improvement on what it's been over the last 10 years. However, I look at Bayern Munich, for instance, and there's rumours of Tuchel coming in to United, and I just think it's going to be exactly the same thing, exactly the same problems, exactly the same issues. You're better off let him see out his contract next year and then see where you are, because I don't see a manager at the moment who I'm like they would improve United. There's not. I just don't think there's one there, and I certainly don't think Thomas Tuchel's the answer. Is Harry Kane cursed, mate, to never win a trophy?
No, I don't think if he stays at Bayern Munich, they're not going to win a trophy for the next 2 years. So no, it's just one of them things, in it. 5 minutes, another 5 minutes in it, and you probably go through to the final, and then you have 5 favourites to beat Dortmund. But just one of them things, mate. It's unlucky. Like City probably obviously thought they could probably win a treble again. It's difficult, mate. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. I'm sure when United were on top back in 20 odd years ago, we probably thought we were going to win the treble again. All right, we won the league again, but it's very difficult to win these Champions Leagues. Just small margins, not much in it. You've seen that with Real Madrid as well. So, yeah, if you one mistake or you let someone back in it, yeah, it's. But Dortmund played very well as a team, really, really good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting watching Dortmund versus Madrid, because you've got Madrid. They've got this. What's impressive about Madrid is that they got such a young side, like your Bellinghams and your Camavingas and these people, the lad who scored a couple, and Vinicius Junior and all these guys. They're like young, attacking, exciting players. Dortmund's a real team, but they've also, they got some real quality in there as well. Of course,
They got pace as well. They got real pace.
It's going to be fascinating to watch that game, mate. I really think.
Be good.
I saw Mbappé.
Both teams will go at it. They won't just sit back and defend. Both teams will go at it.
Yeah,
be good.
I saw Mbappe's taking a load of grief. He's being blamed for PSG going out and this.
People tell me, he's the best player in the world. The best players in the world turn up in big games. I've yet to see him turn up in a big game.
He's got a hat-trick in a World Cup final. But they did also... he's got a hat-trick in a World Cup final, didn't he?
Did they win it?
No, Argentina won on penalties, didn't he? I think, or Argentina won in extra time, or whatever it was. But him individually.
One game. Name me another one.
No, I'm just saying. You said he didn't turn up in.
Name me another one. There's one game. Name me another one.
I don't know.
By the way, that France team is some talent round it. By the way, name me another one.
Yeah, of course. You're
talking about Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldinho. If you go back, Zidane. These top players. They turn up on the big games.
Yeah, no, I agree with you in that sense. He
was like that. He was crap when the big games come about. Our kid was like that, to be honest. When the big games come about, he was crap in the big games. In the finals,
he must have had a couple of good finals somewhere along the line, surely.
You're gonna get one at fucking 25 years he's been playing. You're gonna get one at a couple, And I'll tell you the couple, the Chelsea. And I'll tell you the reasons. The Chelsea game, when they beat them 4-0, it was because usually in May at Wembley, he used to hate playing on the pitch because it would be dry and he couldn't run with it. But this day, it was pissing down all day in May. And they battered Chelsea 4-0. 1994. Something like that. 94. Paul Ince was playing. Paul Ince scored. McClare. I think it was 94. Yeah, it was nice and wet, and then there was be another in the 2000s, but that'll be it because it would be wet. But the big games, the big players turn up on the big stage. Well, I'm yet to see Mbappé turn up on the big stage. Well, once, but they got beat. He didn't win. Fuck all.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look to see.
It's pointless, wasn't it? He didn't win anything.
I mean, he couldn't have done much more himself.
He got a ball, there you go. He took a football home. Great. Got anyone to sign it. It'd be in a case at home.
I'll tell you what's interesting to me, mate, is in the summer, he's very, very likely to go to Madrid on a free. I think he will be disruptive to what they've built over the last couple of seasons.
Did you see that Vinicius Junior last night?
Yeah, I think he's wicked, Vinicius Junior, I do. And they got Bellingham just behind.
You're going to have to play him centre forward, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's probably the plan. But I just wonder whether he disrupts that unity and the young side.
He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play up front. It's a squad game. Yes, they're both going to play, but Vinicius Junior can play on the right as well. Let's get it wrong. He can play either play. These good players can play anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, as a footballer, I get. I get why he'd be a good signing.
Carlo Ancelotti, he'll fit him in somewhere. Master coach.
But I just wonder whether Mbappe's ego will disrupt the dressing room. They seem very together, the dressing room.
Yeah, I think it's police. Well, you've got a Bellingham there who's probably come in now. He's got his feet under the carpet and speaks very, very well. Won't let anyone probably come in, and he's probably a big enough character to say no. So,
be interesting.
And Carlo Ancelotti, come on.
I think he's. Is then Ancelotti going this summer or next summer?
Say again.
Is Ancelotti going this summer or next summer? I know he's going.
No, he won't go this summer. Why would he go anywhere? Who's going to say? Why would he go?
I think he's retiring, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I think it's like at the end of his contract, but I don't know when it is.
I'm
If it's
not
this
sure.
year or next year.
You'd have heard more about it, so that's probably going to be another.
Yeah,
I've heard him say about next year how they're going to.
Ancelotti said he'll retire when his Real Madrid contract's up in 2024.
There you go. Man.
So yeah, that's this season. Although there is like a little bit more where he says, "Oh, you never know, we maybe will extend it and this, that, and the other." But that's the plan, supposedly, is for him to retire at the end of his contract. But
interesting. Who goes there?
Well, he's the guy that I think United should have gone for when Fergie left. I've said that a couple of times. I think he would have been the right type of personality to.
I thought were you 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't listen to me, mate. Anyway, would they? Let's be honest. Who do you think wins the Champions League, mate? Do you think it's Madrid?
You go for Madrid because of the history and their experience, and even though you say it's a young side, they've still got winners in there, won the competition. So, and obviously the manager that's been there and done it as a player and a manager. So. But you have to slightly go for Madrid. But I'd have a little dabble on Dortmund. Me, pace, decent, very well structured, very good as a team. But they've got lightning pace up front. So so it's going to be a good game. Set up for a good game. So hopefully it's not a nervy occasion like we see on many occasions at these big finals, and hopefully it's a barnstorm where it's end to end, because they're both capable of it.
Yeah, they're both very, very good sides, aren't they? Do you know what do you make of Roy Keane and Haaland's little spat, which has been kind of ongoing over the last couple of days?
Mate, Roy Keane, he's a very, very good pundit, Roy Keane, but fucking hell, shut up. He just winds you up. He's just not wind me up, but boring.
Yeah, I don't really get. Like, I know there's obviously history there. I'm surprised they've taken this.
Grow up, but he's a pundit. He's got that's the way he is. But obviously, early on, he's not biting at all on it. But he's a petulant child. No, it's just boring. It's just right. You're fucking only 50 odd, mate. Turn it in.
Yeah, 51. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like.
People seem to be scared or intimidated. Has anyone even seen Roy Keane fight? He's just like to scream and shout at people. I've never really got it, to be honest. He's a great captain, great manager, but
it's a weird one. Like, I don't really understand why he's getting involved in it. Like, I don't really get what Roy Keane's doing, but there's obviously history there with his old man and stuff. And
but he should have a grief. That was. If you'd done that to my dad, after I play him and he was up in the studio, go up and down, fly, kick him in the head, live, bam, man, he's fucking nap off.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me, and that's why I didn't play football, to do it Luke
there. The Premier League is rocking along, my friend, and Arsenal City going neck and neck still 1 point in it. City got a game in hand. Next up for Arsenal, Manchester United. That could be a massacre, mate, the way Arsenal play.
Yeah.
And the size.
Then again, you can just turn up and it could be like a Liverpool. Just hold on. Arsenal miss a few chances and we nick it. I very much doubt it, because Arsenal are rolling at the minute, but it could happen.
I would be more sort of confident, or it could happen if United could get an 11 out of like first team players. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to be like Casemiro and a couple of youngsters playing. And you just think Arsenal, like, if they play Casemiro at centre back again, mate, Arsenal will just run rings around him, and it could be embarrassing. But they're gonna have to find a way, mate, to do something. Where even if they do what they did away at Liverpool in the league earlier this season, where they parked the bus, they might have to do something like that. They got to do something because, like I said, it could be a massacre, and I don't think United fans will forgive another one of those after the 7-0 from Liverpool last year. They can't afford to get like dicked by Arsenal, can they? Like concede sort of 5 and.
No. If it starts getting 5, 6, 7, then
he'll be gone then. When
Ten Hag on his way.
Seen a few people mind saying they should sack him before the final and bring in either Solskjaer or Jose with the 2. Solskjaer or Jose. Solskjaer or Jose with the 2, which were being suggested. Just for the final.
No. Done that before. They do that with they've done that before. You got our kids at the end of the season, so no.
Give it gigs this at the end of the season.
Yeah, gigs at the end of the season, yeah. No.
No, it didn't. It's embarrassing, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Let him see out the season. He's got a knack to get into finals. He's won one, lost one. So let's see how this one pans out.
Yeah, like I could see it being that FA Cup final being a flipping fatality for United. But then it all depends. Well, if they get they might get Shaw and Martinez and all these people back for the last league game of the season, and then suddenly if they can put out a decent 11, it does make it a slightly different game to if they put out the sort of 11 they put out against Palace.
Yeah, well, obviously you'd expect Bruno to be.
Well, that's the first game he's missed, isn't it, since he signed Bruno?
Yeah,
through injury. So
So hopefully, Rashford recovers from his toenail, whatever he did. Yeah, it's what people like from Withenshaw. Fucking soft, mate, soft.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. Do you think Rashford's done with United? Do you think he ever plays for United again?
Oh, he played. Yeah.
Because if he's injured and he doesn't make it now for the rest of the season,
there's so much turmoil. That is he that bad? You need to get him out of the club. No, he's not. He's not the real problem at the minute. Even though he's irritating, he's not the immediate problem. The immediate problem is stopping the goals. You have to build from the back. You have to stop the goals, or you're never going to win football matches. So, especially win leagues anyway. So it's always built from the back. Good defence. Relatively, the people who win the league have got the best defensive record. Yeah. So, yeah, we need to sort that out. And then obviously a centre midfield. We need the spine, centre half, centre midfield, and probably a striker to help the kid out because he's still young.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Højlund. I do. He just up there, gets no service. He works hard, doesn't get a ball. Really hard for him, and I don't know what people expect him to do, because he doesn't get any service whatsoever. But then the manager's got to take responsibility, mate. When he's playing Anthony and Ahmad is sat on the bench, and every time Ahmad comes on the pitch, he does more in 5 minutes than Anthony's done all season. Every time, and that is the manager's fault. You can say it's not the manager's fault. He's got to pick Casemiro at centre back and blah blah blah, but it is his fault. He's picking Anthony. It is his fault that he's picking Wan-Bissaka, who's having an absolute nightmare. I saw someone making the argument that Tom Heaton should be the number one.
Like you buying a car, right? Like you buying, you've got like a nice BMW there, but you bought this Porsche. I don't really like it, but it costs you 90 grand. And you've got 10 grand motor there you're driving about in. And your missus goes, why are you driving that way? I don't really like it. But you paid 90 grand for it. So she's going to make you drive it.
Yeah.
You've got to play him. You've got to try and play him out of it. Or at least try and get him something where he shows you something where you can get rid of him. Or you just sit him on the bench. Just go in. Lower, 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 lower. Maybe he does something. Because he's got pace. He's just not £90 million. He's been stitched up with the price. And Ajax are just nice one.
In a bit. In a bit. It's going to be fascinating, mate, in the summer. Like, Villa have been linked with that Alicia today. And, like, that's the thing, is United, they're not going to have Champions League. Your Villas, your Liverpools.
Right, shut up. Because Villa are in the Champions League for one season, you're not going to go to Manchester United. If you got Manchester United on the table, Aston Villa, who are you going to go to?
But United aren't what they were. Like,
you're not answering the question.
Well, yeah, I would say
United are still who we are, still the biggest club in this country. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. Yeah, it's
even the second, third, arguably the first, second, third biggest club in the world. So don't talk shit to me. They're not the club that they are. They're not the team that they are. But they're in the right process to getting that back. And all the right steps in the backstage is going on. So who's not want to get on board that, or would you think he's going to wait? You know what? I'll probably give it a year or two.
But a player might look at it and be like, "Fucking hell, they were shit. Like they were that bad." Do you know what I mean? Whereas you, as a fan, are looking at it and thinking, "Well, Dan Ashworth's going in and Jason Wilcox."
Well, that's maybe hopefully he ain't got that mindset. Hopefully the mindset he's got like me and thinking, "Oh, I'm a good player and I can go in there, mate, and better."
Yeah, I think ultimately, like, I disagree with. I kind of go against the grain a little bit. Like, I think that what United have done off the pitch in the last 3 months, 4 months, I think people will be surprised the difference it'll make, even within 12 months from now. I think you'll see a very different United. I think there'll be more stability, and I think the recruitment will be the big thing. The difference in player they bring in will be vast. Like Ed Woodward was bringing in all these like Falcaos and the Sanchos and the like whoever, like all these ridiculous names.
Sancho's in the Champions League final. Just got man of the match in the semi-final against PSG.
Would you have him back though if you were United?
That's Sancho, yeah, of course I would.
What happened, mate? I don't think they can bring him back. Doesn't matter what. Same as Greenwood. I think as
again, you're just writing off fucking hundreds of millions of quid here.
Yeah, but they'll sell him for hundreds of millions of quid, won't they? They'll get a wicked.
Why would you not keep that asset? Why would you get rid of him? If the manager goes, he stays. If the manager stays, he probably goes.
No, but mate, what's to stop him downing tools again next year and missing 3 months of a season for another manager?
Well, you get that sorted out before he comes back, so you don't fucking let it.
Well, it should have been. It shouldn't have been then. It shouldn't have happened, should it?
Right,
that's my point, though.
Don't multiply it by keep it going on like a couple of birds.
Well, that's what I mean. So it's like, surely they have to cut ties with him because the fact is he's shown that he's got that passion inside of him.
Be a man. You don't be a professional. I mean, you be a man and be a professional. Don't go, oh, it didn't work out. I need to go. No, you knuckle down and go back to someone who paid over 100 million quid for you.
Well, yeah, he should have done that in the first place, mate. His attitude's
fine. He didn't, but he's gone away. He's got it back to where he thinks he stands the way he's at. Yeah, he's done that. So why can he not do that back at Man United with the right surroundings, and the right players around him? Because that needs to be done as well. It can't all be on him. This is a failing team. Everyone who's coming in here is in a failing team. The shining light of this team is a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old who've grown up in the system. They're the shining lights of arguably the biggest club in the world. From the decisions of the people that have come, that have now left.
Mm.
So, I've seen it, Sancho. I've seen it. He gets to the last third, and he'd bottle it like he'd lost his confidence. It might be he has to move on because he ain't got the balls or the cojones to play for a big club like Manchester United. Because he'd get in the same positions that he was in the semi-final, but he was driving and taking people on. He wasn't doing that at Man United. He was stopping and passing it back to Luke Shaw and passing it back to Dalot. He wasn't committing. You've got to do that. You've got to take risks, and he didn't do that at Man United. So that's not down on the manager. He didn't tell him to say, "Oh, when you're one-on-one, I'll bottle it and pass it back."
Yeah.
So there's a difference. I've seen it many, many times over the years. There's a difference of playing for Manchester United, that big club, and playing for Dortmund in all respects. Not Cardiff City side. Come on.
Oh, mate, you can't say anything after you got annihilated by 4-0 by Crystal Palace the other day. You can never criticise Cardiff again.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Well, they weren't supposed to make the playoffs this year. That was never the plan. We're in a rebuild.
Mid-table fodder.
You are right. United are mid-table fodder. Not even going to get
mid-table fodder. We'd be in the playoffs now if it was in position.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Still make the playoffs.
You're not even going to make the Europa Conference.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It's all right, mate. You'll be fighting relegation next year.
You're just still upset. We haven't talked about our Super 6 as well. I'll beat you again.
Mate, I can't
That's
even...
why it says there, look, Super 6 champ under my name.
Is it still going on?
Oh.
Is it still going on?
I just know that you got a single one.
I don't even think I got one, mate.
You were single figures, and mine was double figures. So,
wow,
again, I'm leading probably 70, 80 points now. Boring.
It's beautiful. Yeah, you're right.
Boring.
I gave up this year because
won the last couple of years. This is what probably Sancho. Maybe it's this culture. Sancho just give up.
My generation, mate, today, because
I'm young like that. You don't give up. You dig in. You dig in. Go to the end.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, mate.
Young culture. Right? Younger than me. So young culture.
That's it. I'm from a younger generation than yourself, so maybe I just got a different mentality to things.
Soft, weak as piss.
Is Arsenal going to win the league, mate? Come
on. No.
Still fancy City.
City have got the game phases on now, unfortunately. Yeah,
they
I've got to listen to fucking some City fan at work, and I tell you what, he is a foghorn of a City fan.
Don't shut up, Z.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
great blow. Don't get me wrong, great blow. But
yeah, I know.
That does me head in with it.
Who have City got on Saturday?
Go on, what?
Who have City got next? Fulham. See, that's it, isn't it?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Arsenal got United. City go to Fulham.
You can see them both drawing that one. You can see them drawing the City, Liverpool, Arsenal slipping up. Sorry.
Fulham away, Tottenham away, and West Ham at home is their games.
Right, come on, I've got to go Stockport now.
Yeah, I got to go in there, do some stuff. I got to go to Bristol tomorrow to pick up the Willie Boland for the show. Bit of a shorter show tonight because I got delayed coming in, but we'll be back next week. Make sure you join us and look out for. We got some good interviews coming up soon. Myself and Rodri got a couple flying in soon over the next couple of weeks. Some very interesting interviews with some guests. So we're adding that to the rota. But as always, mate, a great pleasure to listen to you hypothesize how United will get back to the top of English football.
Well, it's going to take time, mate, because there's some good teams about. So, so
it's all right, mate. City will have their 115 charges sorted soon, so it'll all be back on.
You can't depend on that though. So you got to get yourself right, because at the minute it's like you forget about it, and then comes game day, and you're like, excited to watch it, and then it's 10 minutes in, you feel like, oh shit, I forgot. So it's just rinse and repeat in a minute. So get this season out of the way, and then get out my Scotland shirt.
That's the one. Right, guys, use the code ACE, footballcentral.com, central with a double L, in a bit.